when I was growing up between Mexico and the United States in San Isidro, which is the border town. My brother and I, we would share a room, and we would be woken up by the Border Patrol helicopter looking for people and shining their light into our bedroom. So if you can imagine a huge amount of light just hitting you almost like you're in a war zone. Someone asked me, why do you do neon? And it took me, I think since I was a child until now, to realize the reason I do neon was because I was traumatized. I was traumatized by the lights. The idea for the neon behind us, La Luz Entre Nosotros, the light between us, really came from a dream that I had during the pandemic. And I met a woman and a man, and basically I went over and was introduced to them, and I reached over to give them a hug, and they basically slapped me. There was something that stuck in my head, and it was this saying, and it was in Spanish. It was La Luz Entre Nosotros, the light between us. So when I woke up, that is what was in my head, those words. I thought of recreating the neon, but at the same time, having the neon have an effect, the same effect, emotional effect that I had. When you wake up from a dream, things are still foggy. I wanted to have an emotional quality to it. And so I thought of the windows, and I thought that when you look at the neon, it basically glows. It's almost like when you wake up and one eye is half blurry and the other eye is in focus. I really love the windows because it's for what I think are accidental audiences, people that usually will not go into a museum, they were not going to go into a gallery, but when you bring the art to the neighborhood, it's like public art. So I approached this piece as a public art piece. If you're walking by and you see the neon piece, there's a QR code that you can actually download the soundtrack to the piece itself. And so having the windows here, we're bringing the artwork to the people, to the community, and it's bilingual. And at the same time, I thought about the location because this is really the crossroads. And you can go to the Mission and you can hear Spanish being spoken, or you can go up to the Haight and hear different types of languages. I think in my artwork in general and how this piece fits in is that I never try and become a master at one thing or another, because when you're a master, you don't make mistakes. For me, the mistakes is where the creativity comes in. I use any medium as a means to get the story across. And so essentially, I can work with architects, I can collaborate with neon fabricators, but part of that becomes relevant because I grew up in the border. I grew up learning Spanish and English at the same time, crossing the border almost on a daily basis. And so essentially, I'm not satisfied. I'm not satisfied just doing drawings. I'm not satisfied just doing music or doing video. And to me, it's based on the story that I want to tell. Walking up to the space from the street and seeing it, it really made me light up. You have a vision, you have a dream, literally a dream, and then you actually see it, and then you share with other people.